Hello, my name is GregTech and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 3. So I am just testing out something here because I saw in the comments King had mentioned that even though you increase the energy hatch, it doesn't actually draw more power. So if that is the case, and I'm sure he is correct, but I just wanted to test it out and see for myself. And I wanted to also check how much the hatches increase the amount, because there is a bunch of math, and I just would prefer to see it in world. So I've gone ahead and I did use the energy hatch from our blast furnace. I just borrowed it. And I just switched out the hatches. Those I'm just using for testing. We will delete them after. I just don't want to waste a whole bunch of resources on the muffler hatches at the moment. So 13, that's like 14, that's 20 stainless steel per muffler hatch. So I want to test this before. So in theory, if we turn this on with the HV energy hatch, even though it's only connected by LV cabling, it should hopefully, yes. All right, so it still uses 30 EU per tick. All right, I just kind of assumed, like most multi-blocks, that by increasing the energy hatch, it would use more and maybe go faster or something like that. But I think this just always goes at 10 seconds. Or at least this tier 1, works at 10 seconds. Maybe the next tier up will use more power. It still says like any hatch, so I'm not sure. We'll just kind of see as we go. But let's take a look at how much it's actually clearing out. All right, so 126. That is quite a bit. That's quite an upgrade. And it is limited by the energy hatch, but if you don't need to like increase the amount of power, that makes a pretty big difference. Now, other thing, what happens if we do like mix and match? Does that work, or does it all have to be the same? All right, it does look like it formed. All right, so I actually hadn't even thought about that, but it looks like you can just, you don't have to do all 8 at once, actually. You can just slowly increase the muffler hatches. All right, that's pretty cool. And like I said, sometimes it's nice just to see the numbers in world as opposed to on tooltips and stuff. All right, so we'll do. Let me switch this back for the time being. Turn that back on. Actually, we don't even really need it on right now. Well, it could be sort of clearing out adjacent things. So, all right, we'll leave that on. But with that, I may actually, maybe I will do, I really just kind of want to get it over here. And now that it's not going to be pulling all this power, we can just throw it like on the end of that, and we should be fine. The only oh, that holds 3. Yeah. The only thing I was worried about is if I put like a hatch here, that it would send power this way and burn up the cables, but these can actually handle 3 amps. So I actually don't know. Well, to be honest, we could just... I could just do its own steam turbine, couldn't I? Now that I'm thinking about it, I could just hook it up with a steam turbine and feed it. It would never need more. Oh, maybe I'll do that. But to do that, I will need a energy hatch anyway, which we can craft up, but they are not super easy to craft up right now. They will get easier and easier. I don't really remember. I think the energetic alloy is my kind of gate right now, because I don't have a great ender pearl source. And I don't remember if there was a crop. Was there a crop? I don't remember. Ender bloom, that's right, there was a crop. But they are... It's like a tier 7 or something like that. I know it's quite a bit higher. So that... Man, I like crops. I don't particularly like breeding them. Although we do have the whatchamacallit? This thing. Crop manager, which makes the weeds much easier to deal with, but also we don't have Weedex because we never did find a brewing stand. Alright, but I would like to get our large chemical reactor, though, up and running today. So we do have... Right, that was actually for the centrifuge. Should we just go ahead and get that? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we are back, and I realized as I was looking at this, we are not outputting HV power here. This is actually LV. So I am going to switch that. I know originally I kind of was debating whether I would do the blue or the yellow. Like technically this is actually MV being output here. This is the only one that's outputting HV. But we'll leave that one. But yeah, all these are actually outputting LV. So when I was like looking at it, I was thinking I needed to do an HV energy hatch, but I can actually just connect this directly, and this doesn't output on this side. So it's literally only LV over here. See, no explosions. So I was actually overthinking that a little bit. All right, so it's running. Obviously, it's just the low amount at this point. But I figure, hey, it's something, you know, that will slowly go down. I don't actually know how much we are outputting with the... I think these are per second, aren't they? That's actually per second. Whereas this is per tick. Is that actually... That might actually be... What is that per second? 320 per second? Yeah. We're doing 320 per second. Well, we're... This actually, at 16, is actually more than all this is outputting. Alright. It's actually... It kind of threw me off because this appears to be per tick. At least I think that's per tick. Sometimes it's it says per tick, but it's actually per second. But I mean, that is going down. All right. I did. Yes, I did cover this so it doesn't blow up. All right, we are good there. Okay. And I have also, just while I remember, I'm going to grab those. I've crafted up the motors that we need for this, so let's just go ahead and get this. I wanted to get this anyway. It's not super important, but it's just kind of one of those, let's check it off our to-do list. Is this MV? Yeah, that's MV. So I'm just going to plop it down like here or something like that, somewhere just kind of out of the way. What will we... Sure. We'll just connect that to the back. Alright. And then this was like a 2 or something like that. Now, obviously, this is only HV. It's a 90% chance. We might not get it back. Also, I think I just... Since I cycled it, I think I sent it through at the... Yeah, I think I just sent it through at that one. Whoops. Yeah. You really shouldn't cycle through them, because I've done that quite a few times when I cycled the circuits. I crafted up the wrong... I went over like another one where it went over and craft up the wrong one. Now, we are actually getting like liquid pollution. I know it's not a liquid, but like liquid pollution, which we could, if we wanted to, we could get sulfuric acid and methane from this. Mercury, nitrogen dioxide is actually pretty convenient because we can use it for nitric acid. I'm thinking maybe we will actually set up a pollution thing. That could be kind of cool, actually. Just the minor kind of issue at this point is that we might lose the filters. So then it would like break, which would be kind of a shame. Because if I set that up to continuously do that, like eventually it probably will break at some point. We could throw it over here and connect it to that, but I really don't want to. Like, this is going into a battery. Although, we could always do a battery buffer over here. But then I'm like, then I have to get batteries, and that's kind of annoying. I don't particularly want to do that, because you do lose power. There is loss every time you output from a battery buffer or a transformer, you lose a little bit. So you don't want to have like too many things. Like I don't necessarily want to input this into a battery buffer, then input it into a transformer, and then output to another transformer, then into a battery. Like you're actually losing quite a few EU per tick. Not that it's super important, but I don't know. All right, so I'm just kind of... There we go. Well, I guess we'll throw some in the middle too. I'll fix this at some point as well. Do something over it. They are solar panels, so I can't cover it up completely, but I actually didn't cover up either of these. You just can't see from like when you're down below, like, and that one is the muffler hatch. So maybe we'll do something with that. All right, well, let's continue on. I think let's get the large chemical reactor up and running, so we can do the sulfuric acid. It'll make it much easier doing sulfuric acid in the large chemical reactor. It's pretty easy. It's just the hatches and then the casings. And I think it needs one of these as well, if I remember. Oh, it needs a PTFE thing. Which is a lot of PTFE. But we have a decent amount. All right, crafting up the parts for the LCR, and I had all of a sudden I was thinking about the energy hatch, and I don't know why. For some reason, I was thinking the energetic alloy needed ender pearl. It doesn't. The vibrant alloy does, or the pulsating iron for the conduits requires ender pearls. I don't know why I was thinking the energy hatch, the HV energy hatch, was locked behind ender pearls. I'm probably going to craft up another one and then replace the energy hatch when I get a... well, I'm doing other things as well. Probably once I get this LCR up and running, and then we can upgrade one or two of these things slowly, just to increase that a little bit. But as you can see, the pollution has dropped down quite a bit, and I've had the blast furnace running. I think I will craft up another one for over there as well. I think that could be fun. But yes, I am just doing this. I think I've been like debating where I want to put this. I would like this kind of up here, so it is accessible. Almost thinking about just throwing it like right in front of here. If I pull that out, maybe I'll put it there. I was thinking that might be a bit too far forward. I just like a little bit more room. Yeah, maybe I'll just throw it back here one. We can access this stuff on the other side. We don't use this chest often because we have kind of switched over to this electrolyzer is where I get a lot of that stuff. So I'll probably clean this up a little bit. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And then if I need oxygen, it's right there. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll do this, and then this is mostly going to be for the like fluids and stuff. I might need one. And yeah, that goes in the middle like that. Yeah, and like this electrolyzer, I don't need to access that at all. It just runs. I'll throw this. One of these days I will figure out hover mode, if that is a thing on the ICI. Let's just do this. I can't remember if these electric jetpacks have hover mode. I feel like it does, but I can never remember what setting it is. Alt key, boost key, mode switch key. I can never remember. I think isn't it like... I thought you like hit both of them or something like that. Oh, there it is. I got it. All right. So you got to be flying when you do it. Unfortunately, it's a bit slow, but... Oh, and it... yeah, it drains it as you... Even when you're like on the ground, it looks like it... so, yeah, it's... I don't know. We'll see. If I need it, we will turn it on. Like if I'm building or something like that, we'll turn it back on. Uh-oh. Oh, I turned off my magnet. Oops. All right. So I could probably throw... I only had 3 of the tanks, because these input hatches need those tanks, which is kind of annoying. I could probably do another input hatch, or an input bus for items, because you can put multiple items in. You can't put multiple fluids in a hatch, obviously. And then we'll just need the energy hatch. And then I need about, what, 8, 13, about 20. About 20 we need. I'll just do 20 of the chemically inert thingies. Yeah. So just a bunch of steel. We should have a bunch of steel over here as well. No, I forgot to put it in. Yes, I created a bunch of wrought iron to smelt all this stuff up. Yeah, so just having a super tank here with a whole bunch of oxygen in, just outputting into the hatch makes this much, much easier, especially when I'm melting up stacks of steel at a time. You know, with the air filter, I am actually having a lot of fun with the pollution. I'm just thinking, like, as I expand our pollution producing things, like, we can always just kind of continue to expand the air filters, upgrade them and stuff. I don't know. It's actually added kind of a cool mechanic to it. Like it. Alright. Alright, let me finish doing this, and we'll get this up and running, and then I'm going to use it to make circuits. For, like, yeah, doing this stuff, and sulfuric acid and stuff. Okay, just crafting up the last of those. It is so convenient having all the numbers and things you need right there. So I think that's enough. Now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't actually double check to make sure this was enough, but I'm assuming. Yeah, we have plenty. All right, cool. I figured I would just make some extra because we will use them. Uh-oh. Oh, of course. Duh. I need the energy hatch. I'll probably throw it right here. All right. Hopefully, now that I'm thinking about it, hopefully the recipe that we need is not higher than MV at the moment. Also, why I'm here. That. All right. I am gonna borrow one of these. Or do I want to? No, I think we're good. I'm gonna borrow that really quick. We use the vacuum freezer a little bit, but most of the stuff for smelting steel, stainless steel, does not require a vacuum freezer at the moment, so I just wanted to get this up and running. Alright, nice. There we go. One of these days I'll get all these tools in. Actually, let me just throw them all in there. As soon as I do that, though, I will need some of those tools. That's why I was, like, leaving them separate, but, Alright, there we go. There is our large chemical reactor. So, let me do a bunch of this. Our hydrogen sulfide, which is my main source for sulfuric acid at the moment, is dropping. we have water anywhere? It's around here. And I could just add water. Maybe I'll do that. Oops. I really can't wait till we get the multi-hatches, but that's... what is that? That's, like EV, wasn't it? We looked it up before, I don't remember. EV, I think. Yeah, it's locked behind titanium, which is locked behind the moon. Which we need to really start progressing towards. Alright, sulfuric acid is the... we'll do the diluted. Alright, we don't actually need a number. I couldn't remember if we needed one. Alright, cool. Also, pretty sure this doesn't... yeah, it doesn't... yeah, that... this is definitely slow. It's like a little tiny little thing. It's not really meant for something like this, but it was there. I'm just like, let's just hook it up. Alright, so that will slowly work through this, and then we will distill this into sulfuric acid. Alright, so there we go, and then I can just add this if I want to... now that I'm thinking about it, we probably need... we really should have multiple input hatches and stuff. Even more. 2, 3. Maybe all of these could be input hatches. And output hatches. Yeah, because some of the stuff outputs multiple things. It's just what I had. I didn't have any more of the glass things. The glass tanks are just... they're just so annoying. These feel like unnecessarily annoying. Because, like, you need special glass. And it's just like... just feels extra annoying crafting these things up. I wish there was like an easier... usually I do obsidian glass because it's that, but then it's like thickened glass, which is clear. It's just like, why are you so annoying? Alright, anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll craft up multiple ones, because then I can put the sulfuric acid in there as well. I could also help it along with the water. Because it does use like an entire bucket. I'm doing 64 buckets, so... alright, anyway, we'll come back. Alright, I am just kind of figuring out what we want to do here with the HV machines. I think I'm pretty much going to switch out all these now, I think. So I'm just going to craft up a bunch of... oh, I did the wrong circuits there. Yeah, so I think I'm going to just craft up a whole bunch of circuits, probably 16, I think. might as well just batch craft a whole bunch of those. So we're going to need lots of circuit boards, lots of the SMDs and stuff. I think I'm also going to switch over to we're doing the polyvinyl, but now we can actually do the Teflon one. I think I'll do that. Did that just... I didn't see that. I think that just switched the... I think that just switched to that one because it's more efficient. Like I had both, and then when I connected that, it dropped the other one, and then added it. Oh, that was interesting. I'm just gonna do 16 of these plates though. I have an output bus, I have the input bus. Yep, there we go. All right, cool. So yeah, that is much, much quicker. Man, I love the chemical reactor. You don't have to worry about using fluid cells or any of that craziness that we have to do, like down here. And I'm just throw that in there. Yeah, so now that we have that, it's going to make getting the things much easier. I do have some iron chloride there as well. So I probably can get rid of this chemical reactor now. Like I said, we could probably get rid of this advanced electrolyzer. Don't really need that anymore. I need to keep the mixer. That is one of the things I need to craft up. But like I said, I'm just going to batch craft a whole bunch of these circuits, and then we can switch these all out. Get rid of all these. Simple washer, probably switch to the ore washer, I think. And to be honest, I think we might even want a thermal centrifuge. This just makes getting byproducts of gallium much, much easier if we do the thermal centrifuge. And I like it. I know some people don't particularly like using the thermal centrifuge, but yeah, is it sphalerite? I think it's sphalerite. Yeah, so there is gallium right there. So you basically need to wash the sphalerite ore, and we're going to need to do this anyway for galena and sphalerite for indium. So might as well get an ore washer and thermal centrifuge while we're at it to get the gallium that we need for all our SMDs. All right, but that I feel like we're making some good progress. There is 64 plastic circuits. Dump all this in here. Dump that in there, and then I can just do a whole bunch of copper foils. And thankfully, I have a ton of copper as well, because I threw the miner on our tetrahedrite vein. So got lots of copper if needed. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.